travel out to sea and they're in the coastal range before they get out beyond that and are clear of the sea lice that we don't know about. So, I mean, I welcome that.
So we had the West Coast Tracking Project, which we'd be happy to send you details about. I'm not sure we learned that much from it, if I may be blunt, and we helped to fund that as well as the government.
I think we learned some things from Tracking Project, and I think David would probably reflect there are wild salmon near Shetland because some do go up past there on their way north. Tavish, on the point that you made when you came in here, if I may, you were quite aggressive to those people that challenged you. Do you think it's right that people have an ability to challenge you and question whether what the industry is doing is right? Because you were pretty forceful against them.
I absolutely accept that we have stakeholders who've got every right to say what they like. I think I have the absolute right on behalf of the 12,000 people I represent to point out that anti-salmon farming campaign organisations are here to put us all out of a job. And actually, Edward, excuse me, Mr Mountain, the thing I think you should be worried about as a cattle farmer, because my daughter is as a sheep farmer, is once they have got rid of us, they then move on to farming. So those are the groups of people that I really do believe we need to call out. And I think we need the committee's support in recognising this is a great industry. It does great things for Scotland. It employs a lot of people all over our country. We're very proud of that. We're very committed to it. Very committed to working with your Parliament and with the government of the day on the reforms we absolutely need and accepting the transparency of our decision-making and how we operate our businesses. But we need a little bit of help to push back on the utter nonsense that we're subjected to every single day.
So, Tavish, my final point to you is I think I reasonably question you and I reasonably challenge the industry.
That's right. I agree.
And on the 25th of October at 14:30, when you came into my office, one of your comments, word for word, because it was taken down for me, is the issue is your attitude are at the top of the agenda for the next board meeting. The board are very unhappy with you and willing to take action against you unless you retract your comments in Parliament.
Mr Mountain, as a convener of this committee, you'll know that the convener, when he speaks, you're not speaking. I don't think this relates to the evidence that we are taking at the moment, so I caution you to say something you may regret. We are looking at a report into progress in the salmon industry, not something that happened privately in your office. So unless you've got a line of questioning which relates to the inquiry, I would ask you to move on to your next question.
Can I just put on the record, convener, that I didn't know a private discussion was being taped, and I now do.
It wasn't. It was recorded by hand.
I think this is not appropriate.
To leave it there. I think I was trying to identify, if I may, that people have a right to challenge the industry and question it, so that we can make the industry come to be the industry that we want it to be in Scotland, and contributing to the export industry that we have. But I find it difficult when I'm being physically or verbally attacked for doing just that, convener. And I'll leave it there, and I apologise if I spoke over you, convener.
Thank you. I had Ralph and Ben indicate they wanted. Ben,
just to reiterate what I think we all agree is that there are a multitude of stakeholders here, and everybody has the right to criticise aquaculture, to ask questions, and expect full transparency. And we strive for that as an industry. There is an obvious tension with salmon anglers and salmon fishing interests. And I come from that background. I'm a keen angler. Tried to find an edge to take the tension down over time. What we need to do is full transparency, put everything